you will have to make an account. It only provides you a free file up to a certain size. So, as you can see, I have Rhino 5 selected here. So this is for this everybody. Everybody should be paying attention. Yes, you're recording it. Come on over here. Allowed up to a certain size of a file. So down here it says free file. I want to make sure that you're using a Rhino file. That's Rhino 5. I know we're all working in 8 or 7, so Rhino 5 will still import into the into 8 or 7. You want to have 3D buildings on. Use height to the 3D buildings. If it doesn't have the data, to 10 meters. The topography, you want contours and the topography. For the road geometries, you want to make sure that you have outlines. All these presets are perfectly fine for the dimensions of the roads. And once you have this left side set up, you're gonna make sure that you click. Oh. Come on. All right, click and drag over this. Now I can move this. I need to move it. Right. And now I have a good. You want to probably get a little bit bigger of a proportion depending on the scale. The scale is on the assignment sheet, so you should be using that to scale the model. And if you need to make a bounding box inside of Rhino and cut it down, you need to do that. So I'm just going over the creation of this file. So again, I have the bounding. I have selected. I can go up to a bigger bounding condition, as you can see on the bottom here. The free file size goes up to 1 kilometer squared. For right now, I'm just showing you how to create the file. So I'm going to hit create file. It's going to bring me to another download dialog. It's going to show me the 3D axonometric view of this. As you can see, it does not make the little pier that you are having to produce here, right? It's not, it hasn't drawn out or produced the walking path that is associated with where this lighthouse is. So you will have to go in and model that piece. Okay? So I'm going to download it. It's going to make a zip file. I'm going to open the zip file, drag the copy onto my my desktop, and then I can just double click and open it.
Who's that?
That's my son. Big brother, yes. Here, I want you to pay attention to all of the layering systems. So it already produces layers for all of these conditions that you're going to be working with. Again, I want to make sure that you see that that some of this is drawn out for you already. You're going to want to make sure that this piece right here is a solid condition so that you can make a thickness to it when you're making the model, right? So again, depending on the scale of this, which right now it's full scale, so if I want to make this 1/8 of an inch scale, I would draw out, well, I would first check my units. Right now it's meters, so I would bring it to feet and inches, change and maintain object size, hit OK. I'm going to then draw out a 1 foot line. Okay, I'm going to select everything. I'm going to zoom into that line, and then I'm going to hit scale. And then I'm going to scale that down to 1/8 of an inch. And now I have my model, which is at 1/8 of an inch. And if I go back to the assignment sheet, where is this thing? Sorry, the scale in which this is 1 inch equals 10 feet. So you guys have to scale it in that manner. So you draw a 10-foot line and you scale it down to 1 inch. Right?
Model the pier the right way before you scale it down.
or after you scale it down, whatever, just make sure that the scale is right of that pier on the site.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just gonna go over that because right now you can see that this has contours, right? Like this has a 3D shape, right? You see how there's a surface here?
Yeah, like one side is flat and one side
Yeah.
is bumpy, like a hillside.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like making the
Okay, that's fine. So what we're gonna do, just taking contours, just running the contour command. So if you want to make contours and like actually produce laser cuttable files, simple. Remember, anytime you think of a command, you think that you can do something to a piece of geometry, type it in, remember, okay? So I want to make contours, what do? Contour, right? And here's where you would set the intervals in which you're gonna, here's where you would set the intervals at which you're gonna cut your pieces. So depending on the amount of the stepping of your topography, right? You're gonna determine the thickness of the material that you're gonna use, and then you're gonna use that as your the distance in which you're gonna slice your site file.
So if it's after you scale it down, if you're more, just your contour should be every 1/8 of an inch.
Right, or 1/16 of an inch if you can get a smaller, small condition. These all can be converted into laser cuttable files, which I think you went over Monday. Okay.
So, should we each have this on our own Rhino, or should only one person be doing it?
So one person for each group of, like the site analysis should have their a file, and
The model
should have their own file.
but
because-
one person would probably coordinate that effort.
Yeah, because the site analysis folks should be using the base of the model that's produced as a way to draw diagrams over it, right? So you want to look at like the waves or in like the demographics of the town and like sun. Those are all things that need to be studied within the site analysis.
Contour?
Yeah, so I'm gonna just run the contour command. So right now I'm in a top view. I want to make sure that I'm in a left or right or front view. So I can zoom in and say my chipboard's 1/16 of an inch. I know the thickness of that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select my base point, which can be at the top and then at the bottom. And then I can tell the distance right now because it's at the top of the screen and it's showing me that I'm gonna be cutting at every foot, which I only wanna be cutting at every 1/16 of an inch, right? So I type in the command line 1/16 of an inch. And it produces those cuts for me. Right?
Oh wow.
So I have each layer of chipboard that I would be making this model out of, right? Okay? But make sure that you model this piece in first because it has thickness. It doesn't just go down into the ground, right? It has a form that comes out into the site. Go ahead.
Or that you can bring context.
Oh, I got a catch, right?